Hi children, how are you all? I'm doing good. Hope you all enjoyed your holidays. Be safe and stay inside your home. Today we are going to see our next lesson called Animals and Human Beings. In this lesson, we are going to see the characteristic of human beings and animals. First, now we are going to see the characteristics of animals. In that, the first one is movement. So, what is movement? How the animals will move from one place to another place. Before we see how they are moving, I have a question for you. Why animals should move from one place to another place? It's because animals and birds will move from one place to another place in search of food and shelter. Of course, they also need to stay in a safe place. Now let's see how birds will move. So birds will move using their wings. So they will fly with the help of their wings. Then what about animals? Animals have four legs to move about. Can you see here? They have four legs to move from one place to another place in search of food and shelter. Next, we are going to see the homes of animal. Do you all remember? In our last class, we have seen in detail about all homes of animals. Let's have a short recap on it. Few animals have their homes in natural environment, like lion will live in den, giraffes and zebras in grassland, elephants under the trees. So few animals will live in natural environment, but few will make their own home. For example, rabbit will make its own home called burrows. Rats will make holes to live in. Ant will make ant hills. Earthworms, tunnels. Earthworm will live in tunnels. Likewise, all animals will either make their own home or they will live in natural environments. To add on to this, birds will build their own nest. Our next characteristic is food. As we all know, animals has been classified into three: herbivore, carnivore and omnivore. So what is herbivore? The animals which will eat only plants. For example, cow, goat. What carnivore? Animals that eat only the flesh of other animals. For example, tigers, lions. So, what is omnivore then? Omnivores are nothing but animals which eat both plants and animals. Example, bear, crows, etc. So these are the characteristic of food of animal varieties. So what are the characteristic of foods? There are three characteristics of it. They are herbivore, carnivore and omnivore. Based on this, the animals are classified. Our next characteristic is communication. So what is communication? Communication is nothing but how we will convey message to one person to another person. The same way animals and birds will also communicate with each other by making sounds. I have few examples for you here. Usually frogs will croak to communicate with other frog, and birds will chirp. You can also hear the birds communication. Mostly when you get up early in the morning, you can hear the voice of birds, which is very pleasant. And lions will roar. I have another example for you. Parrots can talk. Not exactly like human beings, but it will try to imitate the human voice. Can we see how it is doing? Yes, let's go. Here, can you see a parrot which is going to imitate the voice of human being? That was funny, right? So this is how the parents will imitate human voice. So till now we have seen 4 characteristics of animals. The first one is the movement of animals and birds. The next is home of animals and birds. The third one is food varieties of animals and birds. And the fourth one is communication of animals and birds. In our forthcoming sessions, we will see the next varieties of animals as well as human beings. Children, I will be assigning you a worksheet regarding today's session, and I want you all to complete it and send us to your class respective mail IDs. Thank you. Bye-bye.